Dive into the tumultuous 16th century, a time of great exploration, religious turmoil, and dramatic shifts in global power. Picture the grandeur of the Ottoman Empire, growing and expanding under the rule of notable figures such as Suleiman the Magnificent. This Muslim empire, a titan of the East, was on a collision course with the Christian powers of Western Europe. These were the days of knights and kings, of faith and fire, of a clash between two worlds. Amidst this escalating conflict, a beacon of hope for the Christian powers emerged: the Holy League. Spearheaded by Pope Pius V, this coalition of Christian states was a formidable response to the Ottoman threat. As tensions mounted, nations chose sides, alliances were formed, and swords were sharpened. The air was thick with anticipation and the promise of a clash that would echo through the centuries. The stage was set for a decisive showdown, a battle that would shape the course of history. The Battle of Lepanto. Before the battle begins, be sure to hit that subscribe button and check out the links in the description below while you're at it. October 7th, 1571, dawn breaks over the Gulf of Patras. Two colossal fleets, the Holy League and the Ottoman Empire, stand ready to engage in a clash of titanic proportions. The morning air is thick with anticipation as the commanders, both seasoned and formidable, prepare their men for the battle that lies ahead. On one side, the Holy League, a coalition of European powers led by the audacious Don John of Austria. His strategy? A bold, head-on assault, trusting in the superior firepower of his galleys. He knows the stakes are high, for the future of Europe rests on his young shoulders. Opposing him is the formidable Muezzinzade Ali Pasha, commander of the Ottoman fleet. A veteran of numerous naval encounters, Pasha's strategy is one of finesse and maneuverability. He aims to encircle and overwhelm the Holy League's forces, relying on the speed and agility of his Ottoman vessels. As the sun climbs higher, the two fleets inch closer, a deadly dance on the azure canvas of the Mediterranean. The tension is palpable, the silence punctuated only by the creak of wood and the lapping of waves against the hulls. And then, with a command barked from Don John's flagship, the stillness shatters. The first volleys of cannon fire tear through the morning air, the sound a thunderous roar that echoes across the water. Clouds of smoke billow from the galleys, obscuring sight and turning the battlefield into a murky tableau of chaos and destruction. The Ottomans respond in kind, their cannons belching fire and iron. The impact of their return volleys reverberates through the Holy League's vessels, a grim reminder of the brutal struggle that has just begun. The battle lines are drawn, the strategies laid bare. Now it is a test of mettle, of courage and resolve. As smoke filled the air and the roar of cannons echoed across the water, the fate of the Mediterranean hung in the balance. Amid the chaos and carnage, the Holy League's innovative tactics began to turn the tide. The battle's ebb and flow shifted dramatically due to the strategic deployment of the Venetian galleasses. These were not your everyday galleys, but enormous floating fortresses armed to the teeth with cannons. Their superior firepower and intimidating size played a crucial role in breaking up the Ottoman formation. The Ottoman galleys, designed for speed and agility, found themselves outmatched by the brute force of the Venetian galleasses. The Ottoman formation, once a tight-knit and formidable force, was scattered, their rhythm disrupted, their momentum halted. But the battle was far from over. The disrupted formation of the Ottoman fleet paved the way for intense hand-to-hand combat on the decks of the ships. Steel met steel, and the air was filled with the cries of men and the clash of weapons. The sea turned red as men from both sides fought with unyielding determination and raw courage. In the thick of this ferocious melee, a pivotal moment emerged. The Ottoman flagship was in the crosshairs of Don John of Austria, the commander of the Holy League. Displaying exceptional valor and tactical acumen, Don John led his men in a daring charge. The capture of the Ottoman flagship was a significant blow to the Ottoman morale and a strategic victory for the Holy League. The capture of their flagship, along with their leader, sent ripples of shock and dismay through the Ottoman ranks. Their once mighty fleet was now in disarray, their cohesion shattered, their spirit waning. The Holy League's relentless offensive and the loss of their leader left the Ottomans reeling. With their leader captured and their fleet in disarray, the Ottomans were on the brink of defeat. The third act of this grand battle had drawn to a close, but the final curtain was yet to fall. The tide of battle had turned, and the stage was set for the climactic conclusion of the Battle of Lepanto. The Battle of Lepanto marked a turning point in the struggle for control of the Mediterranean. In the aftermath of this cataclysmic conflict, both sides counted their losses, which were enormous. The Holy League, an alliance of Christian powers, had won a major victory, but at a heavy price. Thousands of lives were lost, the sea stained red with the blood of warriors who fought bravely on that fateful day. On the other side, the Ottoman Empire, a formidable force that had dominated the Mediterranean for centuries, suffered an even greater loss. Their navy, once the terror of the seas, was decimated, a blow from which it would never fully recover. This single clash of arms had a profound impact on the course of history. The Holy League's triumph at Lepanto marked the beginning of the end for the Ottoman naval supremacy. The once invincible fleet was significantly weakened, their aura of invincibility shattered. This loss on the high seas served as a crippling blow to the Ottoman Empire's naval capabilities, a decline from which they would never truly bounce back. But the repercussions of this battle extended far beyond the immediate loss of ships and men. The victory bolstered Christian morale across Europe. For the first time in many a year, the Christian powers had stood toe-to-toe against the mighty Ottoman Empire and emerged victorious. This victory served as a beacon of hope, a signal that the tide could be turned. It marked a shift in the balance of power in the Mediterranean, signaling the decline of the Ottoman Empire and the rise of the Christian states. The Battle of Lepanto then was more than just a military confrontation. It was a pivotal moment, a turning point that reshaped the geopolitical landscape of the Mediterranean with effects that reverberated across the centuries. The echoes of that day continue to resonate in the pages of our past, a testament to the enduring significance of this battle. The Battle of Lepanto, a pivotal moment in history, forever altered the balance of power in the Mediterranean, its echoes still resonating in the pages of our past. Before you go, explore the links in the description below for some historical materials you can purchase or historical fiction for your entertainment. Be sure to support the channel by liking the video and become a fellow Minuteman by subscribing to the channel. We are the Minutemen of History.